Welcome to The Drive, your commute-sized podcast powered by the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce and ITA Group. In the time it takes to get across the metro, you'll get fresh insights from Iowa's top leaders, CEOs, innovators, and changemakers who are shaping the future of business. I'm your host, Catherine Harrington, and each week we'll explore leadership, loyalty, and the big ideas that keep our region moving forward. Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Drive. We're so excited that you're here with us today. We have a very special guest, Jennifer Bennett, who is president and CEO of one of our most beloved companies in West Des Moines, Iowa, Shive-Hattery. So, Jennifer, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
I'm so excited. And you're out of the Cedar Rapids office of Shive, right? Okay.
Home office is in Cedar Rapids. So I'm currently there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and tell us about Shive-Hattery. I know everybody in our central region knows about the West Des Moines office. It's gorgeous, right on Westtown Parkway, but tell us about the entire Shive-Hattery organization.
Sure. So we started actually in 1895 in Cedar Rapids, Iowa as a very small civil engineering firm and have grown since then. So we still have a huge presence in Iowa. We have 4 offices in Iowa. Our largest office is in West Des Moines.
Okay. Yay.
But we've got 17 now across the nation and still have that very local, service-minded, client-focused presence with a national reach and national expertise. So it's been great.
How many employees do you have total about?
We're just right at 700.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Much bigger than I thought. Okay.
Yeah, we've had a lot of growth lately.
That's incredible. And your roots go way, way, way back.
They do. Yes. Iowa roots. Yes.
Iowa roots. So the anniversary, what anniversary are you celebrating this year?
It would be 131.
No way.
Yeah.
That's I think the oldest company I've,
Really?
Yeah, that's really incredible. So who started Shive-Hattery? How did Shive-Hattery get started back in that day?
It was a one-man survey shop, Tom Warner, and then went right into the Shive family. Phil Shive came back from World War I believe, and purchased Shive-Hattery from Tom Warner and grew it from there. His son Jim and his college buddy Don Hattery.
No way. That's amazing.
Picked up the reins from there, and those are our namesakes today.
That's incredible. I love that. I love that so much. So tell us about what Shive-Hattery does across the country then.
So we're an architecture and engineering firm focused on design of infrastructure, design of buildings. We operate in 5 business units around our markets, so public infrastructure, public buildings, higher and healthcare, commercial, and industrial.
Okay, so everything it sounds like.
Almost everything.
Almost everything. Yeah.
Almost everything. Yeah.
Almost everything.
It's pretty diverse.
Well, I know in the West Des Moines area, you've been instrumental in shaping our beautiful skyline, the Athene pedestrian bridge over Raccoon River and Blue Heron Lake, which is just a gem, absolute gem in our region. The Mid-American Energy Recplex, which is a huge project that's brought, millions of people to our region, and so many more in higher ed and Valley High School, I think, and a lot of our different, So I guess what's your favorite side of the business? Do you have a favorite side?
My favorite side of the business has probably varied based on my role in the company. The client work, the design work is always great, but in this role, I have really enjoyed connecting to our staff on a much deeper level. But favorite project, I don't have a favorite project. They're all my favorites, right?
Like your babies.
Kind of like a mom.
Exactly.
You're all my favorites.
You're all my favorites. Oh my gosh. So how long have you been at Shive-Hattery then?
I started at Shive-Hattery in 2003. I'm originally from the Quad Cities, from Bettendorf, so came back to work in 1995 in Bettendorf and found my way to Shive-Hattery a few years later.
You've had many different roles at Shive?
Many different roles. Just started as a structural engineer, design structural engineer, and I thought I would do that forever, but life
And now
had
you're
other
president
plans.
and CEO. That's incredible.
Yes.
And I was looking on your LinkedIn, which I love to do. It looks like you and I went to the same university. We
Oh, you went to University of Illinois. Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, so I thought I'd spring that on you here. Isn't that fun? So, oh my gosh,
wow.
good old Champaign,
Yes.
Urbana, Illinois.
Yes.
So that's pretty neat. I love that. I love that. So you got your engineering degree then there,
I did.
obviously. Okay.
I did.
Amazing. So as president and CEO, big role, big, incredible title. Tell us about your leadership. You said you like to connect with your team in ways. How do you do that? And tell us about your leadership.
Well, leadership style. I'm a big fan of Daniel Goleman's work on emotional intelligence, emotional competence, and he describes 7 leadership styles. His point is you need all 7 in your toolbox. You need the emotional intelligence to know when to pull one out, and the emotional confidence to be able to do that. But I work mostly in the affiliative style, which works well in professional industry, and that's about connecting people, about really connecting to your team members. We hire really smart people. Hungry, humble, smart is a phrase we like to use, and then we let them go. So I think just being able to make those connections, especially as we grow, 17 offices, really connecting people and teams that need to connect, and it's worked out. That works really well.
How do you find hungry, humble people? That's really cool that you say that. I've never heard that before.
They're pretty easy to find in
Are they?
Iowa. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love that. Okay.
We have had a great track record in doing that. I think, Midwesterners are generally very humble people.
True.
And we have great engineering and architecture institutions here. So it's been pretty easy to do.
I love it. You seem to have a wonderful culture. We work we work extensively with the Shive-Hattery team in so many ways, and they volunteer throughout our chamber and so many different programs. James Moore, West Des Moines Leadership Academy, of course, Chris Nelson, who's been board chair, and he hired me 6 years ago, and then Nate Hardesty's on our board, so and many more people that we love and enjoy so much at Shive. So I know your culture is phenomenal. You have the best staff and the best team. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
And everybody that's involved with that. So yeah, that's really incredible. So we are title sponsored by ITA Group, and they're all about customer engagement, but also employee engagement. So how do you keep your employees excited and engaged across all the offices? I know I'm an Iowan now because I said across with a T. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I said across. Yeah. You're an Iowan when you say the word across with the T. But anyway, I caught myself. But so tell me about that employee engagement side of things.
Oh, I think a lot of it is connection. Hire great people and connect them. So we invest a lot in just bringing people together. And I know that's not very common today, especially post-COVID, but we swarm our architects every other year. This year we'll be swarming in the spring of 2027 is our next swarm. We'll have over 250 people at that swarm, and the purpose of those is connection. But we do that for all of our disciplines. So big investment. We do a lot of Teams meetings and Zoom meetings for sure, but we also work really hard at bringing people together. There's something about being eyeball to eyeball that just helps build trust, and we always notice after a swarm that there's this infusion of this cross-office collaboration and work that just gets a boost. So it's been a great investment for us.
And when you say swarm, is that like a conference or like a
conference-like? Yes,
conference-like setting.
Converge on a city.
Maybe like a fun city, like.
Well, Des Moines pretty fun. Our last architecture swarm was in Des Moines. It was a great city. We've swarmed in Kansas City and Madison, Des Moines several times.
Okay, and you have like fun activities for the.
We do fun activities. Okay. We do some learning and development usually. We do some. We might work on a project together. When our architects and interior designers swarmed in Des Moines, we we took a fictitious project, a mall redevelopment, and imagined what it could be.
We have a mall that needs
yes,
to be redeveloped.
Yes,
Okay.
well, we might have worked on that one.
Oh, fun.
And just
Okay.
kind of let the creativity go and a team building exercise. So they've been really great.
That's really, really cool. I love that so much. That's really cool. So you take a fictitious project, get everybody excited, dream big, right?
Yes. What could this be?
Innovate. Yeah, what could this be? That's really, I love that. And I noticed on your website, it's all about innovation and creativity, and and visionary was a word that was used on your website a lot. So
it's long been one of our umbrella strategies, all of that.
That's so cool. So tell us about a little bit more about your leadership style, and if somebody was describing your leadership style, what would they say?
In Goldman's words, it would be affiliative, but that's really relationship focused.
Okay.
So connecting to people individually and then helping them connect to each other. That's what I operate in most of the time. Of course, there are other leadership styles that have to be
I need to get this book.
pulled out.
Okay.
Primal Leadership.
Primal
Leadership.
Okay, gonna do it.
I'm doing some book plugs today.
I love it. That's amazing.
But that's the one. That's the one that's most comfortable for me, and that works out well, since I think that's the one that works most of the time. Best for our industry.
Amazing. Okay. So clients, talk about your customers, talk about customer attraction, what kind of customers you like to work with. Just tell us about your customer base a little bit more.
Yeah, so it's one of the things I'm most proud of, probably, is how long many of our clients have been with us. We have some that have been with us almost from the start. So if you think about that, long time. So that client journey, really connecting to our clients, understanding our clients, and really kind of the why of their project. Why does that project exist for them? Understanding their ideas around the project, and then maybe helping them solve whatever they're trying to solve with their projects. Projects exist for a reason. So what is that reason? And help them design a great solution for that. It's about the client, their end user, not about us.
Yeah, I love it. That's so neat that you have loyal clients that have been there since the very beginning.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised about that at all. So that's amazing. So here we are on the Drive podcast, double entendre. You're driven, Jennifer's driven. Tell us let's talk about cars for a second.
Okay.
You said you have a fun original, your first car story, maybe, I think.
So my very first car, my brother and I actually shared. He might be listening to this. He lives in the area, so
yay.
We talk about this a lot. We had a hand-me-down from my dad. It was a Bronco 2, 1985, I think, Bronco 2. And by the time we got it, the gas gauge wasn't very reliable. So it might say empty and be full, might say full and be empty. So we had to rely on each other, the shared vehicle, to reset the trip. Needless to say, teenage brother and sister, that didn't work out very well. So we were both stranded multiple times without gas. So that's my first car story. Great car, a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun in
Broncos
that
are
little
great,
Bronco too. Yeah, it was one of the the small ones that were very top heavy, but
Yes.
a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, I've really enjoyed our conversation, Jennifer. And
Me too.
Shive-Hattery just continues to be such a huge champion of our community, our city. Amazing. Tell us about some things that you really like to do outside of work, giving back, nonprofit work,
Sure.
and the like. What are some of your
Sure.
favorites?
So, like Chris Nelson, Rotary. Rotary's been part of my life for a long time.
Nice.
And I just, all of us, architects and engineers, we went into this field to make an impact in our communities and in people's lives. So that it's not just about what we design, that's about getting out in our communities and serving in different ways. And you mentioned some people who have embodied that, and I think that's just really an important part of who we are.
Yeah, your people show up, and they show up in a deep way. They don't just show up; they do the work, and they're very thoughtful and add a lot of impact. So they're not just
wonderful.
Yeah, which is they've changed my life my Shive-Hattery friends. So I'm sure you're changing the lives of many, many people around the world. So
thank you.
it's a pleasure to meet you, Jennifer.
It was great to meet you. Thank you for having me. This has been a lot of fun.
I love it. We found out we have the same alma mater. I love when that happens. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you all for joining us on The Drive for this episode with Jennifer Bennett, and we will see you next time. Go West. Thank you all.